I think there are two sides to this question, or two aspects to it. First, could and should the international community be doing more to assist and encourage national prosecutions of these most serious crimes, slaughter of individuals, widespread use of rape as a method of war or intimidation? The international community should be doing more than it is. There's no question about that. And that involves both sharing expertise, knowledge, etc., and some financial assistance to build up the capacity that's necessary domestically to investigate and prosecute these cases. On the other hand, all of that assistance by the international community will not have an impact unless in the national arena there is political will to go forward with such investigations and prosecutions. My understanding in regard to Kenya was that as a result of the recommendations out of the Mwai Commission following the 2007-2008 post-election violence, it was a clear recommendation that either Kenya was going to establish a specialized judicial mechanism to do this domestically, or the case was going to come to the International Criminal Court. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in December 2008 that the then President and Prime Minister signed an agreement to that effect. Nothing happened. Bills were introduced in Parliament. Bills were not passed in Parliament. And a year or so later, or less than that, I think the cabinet made clear it was not interested in pursuing either track recommended by the Mwai Commission. So what is the political will on the part of the Kenyan authorities to see that these cases were fairly and accurately investigated, and those responsible for crimes could be brought to trial? I think there's been an absolute obstruction of justice on the national scene by the prior government, continued by the current government. I'm glad to hear discussion about, at the initiation of the Chief Justice, an international crimes division. I think that's very important, but we should be absolutely clear that there is no way an international crimes division created in the future will have responsibility for those crimes that arose out of the 2007-2008 election violence, particularly in regard to the cases the International Criminal Court now has before it, involving both the president and the deputy president.